You know that feeling when you finally let go of the big house, the extra space, the maintenance headaches, and move into something a little more manageable? Maybe it's a quiet little condo, a mobile home, or just a cozier place that fits. This chapter of life better, you breathe a little easier until the bills come. Somehow, even after downsizing, those monthly costs just keep showing up like clockwork, and they sure don't feel any smaller. You're not alone if you've thought, wait a minute, didn't I do all the right things? Why doesn't it feel easier yet? That's a question so many folks ask themselves after retirement and downsizing. The truth is, it's not always about how big or small your home is, it's about what you're spending every month that slowly chips away at your peace of mind. But here's the good news. There are seniors out there just like you who found ways to outsmart those monthly costs without cutting into their quality of life. They're not skipping meals or living in the dark. They're using smart, simple tricks to lower their bills without lowering their comfort. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 of those exact tricks. No fluff, no complicated budgeting spreadsheets, just real things you can start using right now, because saving money after retirement isn't about being cheap, it's about being wise. It's about having the freedom to enjoy the life you work so hard to build. Maybe that means a little more breathing room in your checking account, or finally taking that short road trip you've been putting off. And if this kind of honest, practical advice sounds helpful to you, I'd love it if you gave this video a like, subscribe to Vibrant Elders, and maybe left a comment below sharing your favorite money-saving habit. You never know, your tip might help someone else too. Now let's get into it. Starting with one of the sneakiest money drains out there, and how a simple phone call could shrink it next month. Number 1, reduce fixed utility bills with senior discounts and smart tech water, electricity, heating. They seem like non-negotiables, right? But here's the thing, many seniors are paying more than they have to, simply because they don't know what's available to them. Take my friend Rose, she's 72, lives alone in a little ranch-style place, and her electric bill used to average around $150 in the summer. One day, her grandson asked, "Nana, did you ever check if they offer a senior discount?" Turns out, her utility company did, but you had to call and ask for it. She made one phone call, answered a few questions, and just like that, her monthly bill dropped by $25. That's $300 a year for something she was already paying, now senior. Discounts aren't the only trick up the sleeve here. Let's talk about smart tech. I know, smart devices can sound a little intimidating, but hear me out. There are thermostats now you can get for around $30, $50 that learn your habits. You like the house cooler at night? It adjusts, you're gone during the day? It turns things down to save energy. Rose installed one again. With her grandson's help, and in a few months, she saw her energy use go down without touching the thermostat again. Easy savings, and it doesn't stop there. Swapping out old light bulbs for LED ones might seem small, but they last longer and use far less electricity. One bulb change could save a few bucks a month, and that adds up when every room is lit. Like a Christmas tree, you don't need to overhaul your whole home. Just a few tweaks, a couple of calls, and being a little more aware of your usage can change everything. Start by calling your electric, gas, and water companies. Ask them directly. Do you offer any senior discounts or energy-saving programs? You might be surprised at what's available. Saving money on utilities isn't about freezing in the winter or sweating in the summer. It's about using what's already out there, built to help people like you live more comfortably for less, and that little bit saved each month. Well, that's money you can put toward things that bring joy instead of just bills. Number 2, revisit insurance policies, especially auto and home. Now, let's talk insurance, something most of us set and forget. But if you've downsized, your home or your driving habits have changed in retirement, your policies might be costing you way more than they should. I'll give you a real-life example. My neighbor Jim, he's 69, used to commute every day to the city, but now he mostly drives to the grocery store, church, and the occasional doctor's appointment. Still, he was paying the same premium as when he was on the road 5 days a week. One day he heard about something called pay-per-mile car insurance. It's exactly what it sounds like. You pay based on how much you actually drive. He switched, and guess what? His monthly premium dropped by nearly $60. Same goes for home insurance. After moving from a large family home into a smaller condo, Jim called his insurance agent and reviewed his policy. Turns out he was still paying for high-value personal property coverage. He didn't need any more stuff like jewelry and expensive electronics he no longer had. They adjusted the coverage to match his new space, and just like that, another $20, $30 off the bill. The point is, things change. And when your life gets simpler, your insurance should too. So here's what I'd recommend: take 30 minutes once a year to call your auto and home insurance companies. Ask them to go over your policy line by line. Are you driving less? Did your home size shrink? Are there discounts for seniors or for bundling both policies with one provider? And if you're not comfortable navigating all the lingo, that's okay. Ask a trusted family member to sit with you or write down your questions ahead of time. You don't need to become an insurance expert, you just need to be your own advocate, because insurance is supposed to protect you, not drain you. And every dollar you save there is a dollar that stays in your pocket, maybe for your emergency fund, a fun day out, or even just peace of mind. It's not about cutting corners. It's about making sure you're only paying for what you truly need. Number 3. Get creative with grocery shopping wall. Know the sticker shock of walking out of the store with just a few bags and wondering, how did that cost so much? Even after downsizing, food expenses can sneak up on you fast, especially if you're shopping the same way you did years ago. But the good news is, there are plenty of ways seniors are stretching those grocery dollars without sacrificing quality or taste. It just takes a little creativity and maybe a change in routine. Take Marcia, for example. She's 74, lives alone, and used to shop like she was still feeding a house full of kids. She'd go to the store every week, buy the same brands, and toss a lot of it before she finished. One day, her neighbor invited her to tag along to Costco. At first she laughed, thinking, what do I need with bulk anything? But then they started splitting everything: big bags of walnuts, cereal, pasta, even frozen veggies. Marcia spent half as much and finally stopped tossing expired food. Another great strategy: check out senior discount days. Many grocery stores have them 5%, 10%, sometimes even more, but they don't always advertise. Just ask the manager next time you're in. Some stores also have apps or loyalty cards that offer digital coupons. You can scan right at checkout, and don't be afraid of store brands either. Most are made by the same companies as the name brands, just with a different label. You'd be shocked how many times people say, this tastes the same, or better. And here's something else to think about: shopping with a plan. If you go in with a list based on what's on sale and what you already have, you'll avoid those impulse buys that drive up the bill. Even better, shop after you've eaten. A full stomach makes a wiser shopper. Groceries are one of the easiest places to overspend, but also one of the easiest places to fix. With a few smart swaps and a little teamwork, you can cut your grocery bill without cutting into your comfort, and that savings, it adds up fast, enough to treat yourself to something special, or maybe just sleep a little easier knowing your pantry and your wallet are both looking good. Number 4. Cut subscription and service waste. How many of us are still paying for things we don't even use anymore? Subscriptions, memberships, services that once made sense but quietly kept charging us long after we stopped noticing. It happens to the best of us. John, a retired teacher I know, sat down one weekend and went through his bank statements for the past 6 months. He was shocked to find he was still being charged for a streaming service he hadn't opened in a year, a digital newspaper he forgot he signed up for during a free trial, and even a meal kit delivery from months ago. All told, it added up to over $35 a month, or more than $400 a year on things he wasn't using. That's a pretty nice weekend getaway, gone without a trace. It's not just digital stuff either. Take a look at things like magazine subscriptions, gym memberships, or even lawn services you signed up for when you weren't feeling well. Are they still necessary? Maybe your neighbor's teenage son would happily mow your lawn for a fraction of the cost, or just for the experience and a little pocket money. Sometimes it's about convenience. You think, it's only $899, or it's not worth the hassle to cancel. But those little charges stack up like bricks, and the truth is, canceling has never been easier. Most services let you cancel right from their website. No uncomfortable phone calls. No pressure, so here's a little challenge you can try. This week, take 30 minutes. Grab a highlighter in your latest bank or credit card statement and circle anything you don't recognize or don't use. Then ask yourself, do I still need this? If not, cancel it. Simple as that. The goal here isn't to strip all the fun out of life. It's to make sure your money is working for you, not quietly slipping away into someone else's pocket. Because when you free up that $20, $30, or $50 a month from unused subscriptions, you're not just saving money, you're taking control. And that's one of the smartest, most empowering things you can do. Number 5, use community resources for big savings. One of the best kept secrets when it comes to saving money in retirement isn't found in a coupon book, it's right in your own community. And let me tell you some of the resources available. 2 seniors are downright amazing if you just know where to look. Take Evelyn, she's 76, doesn't drive much anymore, and started having trouble getting to her doctor's appointments. Her daughter helped her sign up for the county's senior transportation service, which turned out to be completely free. A friendly driver picks her up, waits while she sees her doctor, and drops her off back home. No Uber fees, no stress. That alone saves her at least $40, $60 a month, and she never has to worry about finding a ride. And it doesn't stop there. Many churches and local nonprofits run hot meal programs for older adults. Evelyn found one that offers a delicious, home-cooked lunch twice a week. It's completely free, and even better, she's made a few new friends there. That's 4 meals a week she doesn't have to buy or prepare in some good company. 2, you might also be surprised by what your local library or community college offers. Free classes, guest lectures, movie nights, and even fitness programs. Designed for seniors, why pay for a streaming service when your library has hundreds of movies you can check out for free? Why pay for a yoga class when there's one right down the street at the rec center? Sometimes we forget that we're not supposed to do everything alone. These community programs aren't handouts, they're there for you. Created specifically for older adults who've spent decades contributing to their communities, using them isn't asking for a favor, it's simply receiving the support you've earned. So the next time you wonder if there's a cheaper way to do something, call your local senior center, library, or city office and just ask. You'd be amazed how many helpful services are just sitting there waiting for you to say, yes, I'd love some help with that. Because saving money doesn't always mean cutting back. Sometimes it means looking around. Your community is here to lift you up and it wants you to thrive. Number 6, downsize financial clutter to after you've downsized your home. It's easy to think the hardest part is over, but here's something most folks don't consider: financial clutter, just like old coats in the closet or mystery cords in the garage. Our money life can collect a lot of extra baggage over the years, and tidying it up, that's not just good for your wallet, it's good for your peace of mind. Take Margaret, for example. She's 78 and had 3 different checking accounts, 2 savings accounts, and 5 credit cards, some she hadn't used in over a year. One day, her daughter sat down with her and asked, "Mom, which of these do you actually need?" They talked it through, and Margaret ended up consolidating her money into 1 checking and 1 savings account and canceled all but 1 credit card. Now everything's clearer, her statements are easier to read, she's not juggling passwords. And most importantly, she's avoided late fees because all her bills are now on autopay. She even set up alerts on her phone so she gets a little reminder before anything is withdrawn. Simple, clean, stress-free. If you've ever missed a bill or felt overwhelmed looking at your bank statement, this step is for you. Too many accounts, forgotten subscriptions, paper statements piling up, it all adds up to mental clutter, and it can lead to missed payments or even fraud if something slips through the cracks. Start by making a short list of your active bank accounts and credit cards. Are there any you don't really use anymore? Close them. Next, think about setting up autopay for utilities or insurance, anything predictable. That way, you never forget a due date, and you avoid those annoying $15, $35 late fees. It's not about being perfect, it's about feeling in control of your money again. A streamlined system means less stress, fewer surprises, and more confidence each time you sit down to look at your finances. Downsizing your home gave you space to breathe now. Downsizing your finances can give you room to live, and that peace of mind, that's worth more than anything sitting in a forgotten account. So here we are, after a good, honest look at the everyday ways so many seniors are finding relief, not through sacrifice, but through smart, steady choices. If there's one thing to take from this, it's that downsizing your home was only the beginning. The real transformation comes when you start downsizing the stress that follows you month to month. Maybe you realize you've been paying for things you no longer use. Maybe your insurance hasn't kept up with how your life has changed. Or maybe you've just never thought to ask your utility company, your grocery store, or your community what support is waiting there for you. That's not a failure, it's just how life gets. But once you start looking, it's amazing what you'll find. Each of these budget tricks, whether it's using senior discounts, trimming services, shopping smarter, or leaning on community support, adds up to more than just dollars saved. It gives you the kind of financial breathing room that makes life feel a little easier, a little lighter, and that matters. Because retirement isn't supposed to feel like you're always tightening the belt. It's supposed to feel like you've earned the right to breathe. So if you're watching this and thinking, I could try that, then go for it. Just one change this week: a phone call, a canceled subscription. A chat with your local senior center can set things in motion. Small steps, big peace of mind. And if this video gave you even one helpful idea, I hope you'll give it a like, subscribe to Vibrant Elders, and maybe even share your own savings tip in the comments. We're building a place here where real experience means something, and your story could be just the thing someone else needs to hear. You didn't downsize to live smaller, you downsized to live smarter. And with every choice you make from here, each little adjustment to your budget, you're proving that this season of life isn't about having less. It's about living more freely, more confidently, and more in control. And that, my friend, is something truly worth holding on to.